I'll do my best. So, okay, well, hello everyone. And for all of you who don't know me, my name is Doina, and I'm very excited to have you here. I am the founder of Revolution. This organization was started almost 8 years ago, but I always like to start with the saying, as Jay Z says, you could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with us. So I thank you for that. Okay, so today we're hosting our AGM to discuss our achievements for 2020 and the goals we have for 2021. And I want to thank you again for being here. So before we start, I wanted to mention that if you have any questions throughout the event, please add them to chat. And our amazing Joanne is going to capture all of those questions, and we're going to have a Q&A session at the end before before we end the meeting. So before I go any further, I would like to show our respect for the indigenous people whose land we're standing on. So I'm going to go on and say this. If I'm going to mispronounce something, please forgive me. Okay, so the land we're on has been inhabited continuously for over 15,000 years. It is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. It is also the land of the Petern and Huron-Wendat peoples, and recognized officially as the land of Mississaugas of the Credit River, as they were at the point of contact. It is also the land of the one dish, one spoon, one palm belt covenant between the Haudenosaunee and the Anishinaabe and other nations to share the resources and the caretaking of this land. Toronto is home to many Indigenous peoples from across Turtle Island. It is also the home of red-tailed hawk and eastern gray squirrel and red fox, raccoons, white-tailed deer, bats, many insects, and other species. While it is important to do land acknowledgements, we must recognize that we must do more and ensure that we are not doing checkbox activism. Recognizing whose land we're on is a start, but we cannot stop there. It is time to it is time the word reconciliation is on the mouths of many, including a lot of government officials, and often with a hollow ring. Because there can be no reconciliation without conciliation, and there can be no conciliation without reparations. What that looks like is a conversation we need to have and in a consultation with the peoples of this land. We must remember that we are guests on this land and we need to be better guests, especially those of us who are European descended. Thank you. Um, all right, so 2020 has been a year to remember, yet wish to forget about. I know some of us, we want to remember a couple of things, but we do want to forget some of the things. Um, we all had our plans in place in the beginning on how to make the world a better place, and then COVID happened. To be honest with you, I learned a new word last year, unprecedented. It totally described the year 2020, and as annoying as the word became, it seems to have become the word that best describes the year and how we all felt. To be honest with you, I didn't know what unprecedented actually meant. I needed to look it up in the dictionary because I've never used it before. Everyone had to put a pause to everything they planned, and for us, we had to pull back so that we can move forward. Personally, and with the support of my team, I went back to basics and started to learn more about how we can best move forward with our programs. We knew that in order to break barriers for so many young women interested in STEM, we would need to start with breaking our own. We quickly made the decision to continue with our programs and make them available online. Whew, I'm recapturing what happened last year. It was with the amazing help of our community that we made 2020 an amazing year. I would really like to take this opportunity to thank Marky Steen, a former Shopify employee and a volunteer with the Stamina program, who has made a personal investment as a monthly donor for her vision. And with her support, we're able to cover the Wi-Fi costs for our Stamina participants. The funny thing is, Marky was already helping our former students by teaching them about building a website. And I was reaching out to her to express how grateful I am for her support with that, especially during the pandemic. And then she replied, I don't want you to stop the program and I want to help. So I'm making a monthly donation of $1,000 per month for 6 months. Whew, you can imagine the tears that came on my face. Of course, I cried because I did not expect that, but it is because of people like Marky that we are able to make the program accessible to everyone. Not to mention our corporate partners, some that have invested for numerous years for, for both STEMing Up and GoSTEM programs such as Shopify, Salesforce, and Citrix Canada. And some who have joined us for 2020 like Slack, MongoDB, Conrad, Alexio Corporation, and of course, Gym Canada. Although we did not anticipate the pandemic when we started collaborating, I'm very grateful to these partners who have supported us. It meant so much to me. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I cry at every AGM. This one is not gonna be. I'm not gonna cry. It meant so much to me when this corporation trusts us to saying, please do what you need to do to stay on and continue to make a difference. Okay. Oh, this is what true partnership is, and I'm incredibly grateful. God, Toila, stop it! Don't cry. Okay, for their trust, and during these trying times, that we all try to overcome the best way we knew how. Whew, that was heavy. So it all came with gratitude. I'm so overwhelmed, but thank you. As you know, during the pandemic is when we witnessed firsthand the protest initiated by the Black Lives Matters movement for the injustice that many Black people are experiencing today and have experienced for many years before this. However, given that now everyone was somewhat forced to face these realities, even if not affected by them directly, I am very grateful to have had Chandra and Fernando from Matrix 360 facilitate a workshop for our board to help us better understand not only of those issues, but the steps we need to take in order to make that a positive change. We decided to start the work from within and take the necessary steps to make a greater impact for our stakeholders, the young women that we work with. Those are our stakeholders, to make it accessible for them to enter STEM fields despite their background, what they look like or where they're from. With that, I'm really happy to say that we decided to bring our youth committee as part of our board, and we will make sure that it would be inclusive and that young women from all backgrounds get the board training that they need in order to go out there in the world to make it a better place for themselves and for their children moving forward. Because of lack of leadership opportunities for these young women, we decided that instead of taking time to write another diversity and inclusion statement, we decided that it is more important to do the actual work and make sure that we not only get the young women ready for work with the necessary skills through our programs, we will train them to become the leaders that tomorrow is looking for. Thank you. I really do not like to brag about what I do, but I would like to mention a few things that I'm proud of, that I'm proud of in terms of accomplishments in 2020. If you know me well, you know I never talk about me. I always talk about the girls and how much they accomplish and how great they are. So, but I would like to mention a couple of things. In 2020, since we're talking about the successes of our organization, in 2020, we've had 70 young women that were served in our programs. 30 of them were from STEMing Up program and 40 in the GoSTEM program. Yoo-hoo! 25 young women from the STEMing Up program received laptops to use for the programs. 30 young women from the STEMing Up program received Wi-Fi subsidy. And 30 young women from the STEMing Up program received up to $800 each as a stipend to be in our program. Thanks to Shopify for that. Yes, thank you, Shopify, for supporting us with the provision of the laptops and the subsidy for the STEMing Up students. Having had to deliver the laptops myself, I have much higher respect for the young women who attend our programs. I mean, I thought that it's easy to provide a free program, but this is where I learned that these young women, they come from so far to reach our program under normal circumstances. In order for me to deliver 25 laptops in one day, it took me more than 10 hours to drive from Ajax to Oakville. So as you can imagine, we need to do this. And in a way, as someone mentioned earlier, the COVID gave that blessing of having it, making it available for us to use to attend it online. I'm going to talk about that later. So we welcome GM Canada, who supported us in delivering an extension of our GoSTEM program and help us introduce young women to innovation, engineering, and technology, as well as leadership skills. Here's where I would like to mention the launch of our ambassador program in 2020, where we had 4 amazing ambassadors who have joined us to raise awareness of the importance of STEM for young women and develop and execute a learning plan for the participants' coding training sessions. When I say execute, I mean I saw our own Jada, who's our former STEM Up program student, um, deliver coding sessions to women as young as she is. And she also taught the people at GM how to teach coding online, which was so amazing to see. You can see some of her work with us on our YouTube channel. Additionally, we had some of our ambassadors and committee members host panels and lead mentorship sessions for the GoSTEM program, along with our partners at GM Canada. We're very grateful for WSP for offering 2 of our ambassadors at the end of the program the opportunity to job shadow various departments in their company, as well as be mentored by various professionals in their own company at WSP. This will give this young, amazing, this will give this amazing young women the opportunity to gain extra knowledge on STEM professionals, as well as build their network, placing them at a higher advantage once they start their career journey in STEM fields. Thank you. Our GoSTEM program in partnership with Salesforce was facilitated virtually as well. And although different this year, we tried to maintain some normalcy by inviting some of the amazing Salesforce women trailblazers to host a panel and share their journey to success in the tech world. What we did differently here is we added Python and Java to the learning plateau, in addition to introducing the young women to a variety of industry professionals that were part of the Global Tech Initiative. Oh, and then I like those commercial go. And then, no, but wait, there's more. Once again, for the 2nd year in a row, I'm extremely grateful for the recognition of the GoSTEM program by the Mayor of the City of Toronto, John Tory. Let's hope we're gonna have John Tory recognize our STEMina program as well. This is not entirely about the recognition by a public figure, but more so to inspire young women to reach for their goals. Because if I can do this, as if you all know my story, starting from nothing, like Drake said, started from the bottom, now I'm here, to create an organization for them, then they can too achieve anything they desire. Given that 2020 has been, well, a year to remember now, I would like to show my gratitude to our volunteers who have been by my side during all of the last minute changes, pulling my hair and thinking, oh my God, I can't do this, and making sure that we stayed on schedule while continuing to deliver our mission to the young women who depend on our programs, not for just something to do, but because they're so committed to succeed in life. Okay, so with this, I am going to do our traditional volunteer recognition. I would like to take a moment to highlight some of the amazing volunteers who have made a great difference for the organization in 2020, and some of them even beyond 2020. I mean, before 2020, sorry, even before 2020. So I would like to start with, drum roll, Karen Chan. So Karen, oh my God, thank you for your leadership and support for 2020, but for the, not just for 2020, but for the last 3 years as a board member and chair. Whew, you have been a true leader for our organization by supporting in any way possible. And I mean, from making introduction to potential partners and key people to support us, to raising funds, to raising awareness about our cause. There's any chance you got. We even got Karen, she even mentioned Hervolution outside of Canada, talking about Hervolution, what a great organization is. And she definitely has, she's been a true leader, as a true leader should be, but she's definitely, when I say she showed us how to be leaders. Um, of course, you raise the bar for the upcoming chairs. No pressure. Um, and do I feel sorry for them? But not really, but I'm happy for them, but I feel sorry for them. Thank you so much for being there, Karen. I truly appreciate it. And I don't know if you would like to say a couple of things. You have the floor because I've been speaking for a while.
Sure. Sorry, I was just typing out some comments into the chat, but thank you for letting me be a part of the Hervolution journey for the last 3 years. I first heard about Hervolution through the Canada 150 Canadian Women in STEM, I guess, campaign that you ran or awards that you ran. And when I looked into what it was, I mean, I was honored to be part of it, but I wanted to know what it was. When I looked into it and saw that the work that you're doing to support girls and children in underserved communities, for kids who might not have a chance to understand or learn what STEM is, to give them that chance is really powerful to me. And that meant a lot to me. And I really want to be part of this mission and this mandate. I'm happy that over the last 3 years, we've been able to help move that forward. You talked about the successes earlier this year or from last year, but it's like the culmination of all the work that you've been doing for the last 6 to 7 years. So thank you, Doina, for your vision and your leadership. I think the current board is going to be amazing. I think now that you've had that strategic planning session, I'm pretty excited to hear about your plan for the next year and how you're going to take Hervolution to the next level. Thank you, Bella, for taking on the reins. I think you're going to do an amazing job. I know when we were doing our board interviews, we kind of tapped you for some of that leadership role down the line. So thank you very much for stepping into that. And I'm looking forward to what Hervolution is going to be doing under your leadership.
Thank you, Karen. Whew, thank you so much. All right. Now, the next volunteer that I like to honor today, Rachel. Rachel Lind. So I am very honored to send this recognition your way. You have been truly remarkable leading the Ambassador Committee, which is truly noticeable in its success. I think this has been your second year with us. You've been volunteering with us previously, and you basically take on just take on whatever needs to be done. You never say no. In fact, you say yes with a smile on your face, which is so nice to see. But I'm just wanting to let you know that I'm very, very grateful for for your support and for also continuing to still be part of the Ambassador Committee this year. You do not want to give up, and so we're very happy to have you here. So thank you, Rachel. I'm not sure if you would like to say a couple of things.
Definitely, I'll jump in and say a few words. Thank you for the recognition. It means a lot. I was really excited to get involved with Hervolution as soon as I found out about it. I've been doing outreach work in the STEM fields for 5 or 6 years now, and I had the opportunity to do it on a national level. And then after I was done doing that, I came back and I really wanted to get involved much deeper than I had been on a local level. And Hervolution is the best organization, in my opinion, to do that with. So happy to have been able to work with everyone there. All the awesome times that we've had, all the success has been a part of our team here with the ambassadors. So shout out to them, because without such an amazing team, we wouldn't have been able to do all this awesome work.
Thank you, Rachel. You guys see why she's amazing. All right, I have another volunteer that I like to recognize, Emily Sherritt. I have no words to express my gratitude to you. Just as Rachel, you have been instrumental in leading the ambassador program and making it a great success. I think you've also have been with us for 2 years, and you continue to support us moving forward. I'm so happy and so grateful to have you here to continue with the support. And yeah, you have done so much, again, with Rachel, along Rachel, you guys have been leading the Ambassador Committee, and whatever it takes, and with a smile on your face, I'm very, very happy to recognize you. This is the least that I feel like I can do. So I'm not sure if you would like to say a couple of words as well. Emily.
Yeah, I think that it's been a great couple of years. just helping out with the programs and stuff like that. And I'm really excited as to what's to come for this year because we can only go up from here. And even though like there's been some challenges with COVID and everything, we're still moving forward. So I'm really happy to be a part of this team and volunteering with all you guys. It's been great.
Thank you, Emily. All right, so now I have, last but not least, I saved, our superstar, Sana. So Sana, oh my God, I have no words. I'm starstruck by you. I'm so honored to be able to recognize you today for the incredible work you have done with Revolution. So you started as a student in the Stamina program in 2018. In our first year, you were on the wait list, almost didn't make it. Last minute, you got there. You participated in the program. To be honest with you, I have goosebumps just talking about this. You participated in the program. You were so devoted to your learning. Then you just said, I want to help more when the program was done. You wanted to come back and support young women like you to be part of the program and part of the learning that you have benefited from. And every time I reach out to you and ask for any type of help, you says yes. And again, with a smile on your face, and you show gratitude for being part of this because you get to serve others. So I'm very, honestly, I don't know if I can thank you enough for your service. And when I hear that, you always say that you're grateful to me. The only things that I want is your success. No pressure, no pressure. But if you like to say a couple of things, please do so, Sana.
Yeah, like for sure. Thank you so much for the recognition. Like I'm speechless because like I've been with Revolution for so long. And it's been such a huge part and factor in like who I am and where I am today. And I honestly couldn't thank Donna and the team enough for all the help that you guys have given me over the past couple of years. And like when I was in Stemming Up, I didn't know what I was getting myself into at first. And honestly, the program was amazing. And that's where I got to know like more about Shopify and DevDegree, and that's where I am today. And I'm so thankful for that. And honestly, like shout out to Brittany too. She helped me a lot. So like I couldn't have done it without your support, your constant support, Donna. You always calling on me and like always being there for me. So just thank you so much. And I'm just so happy that I, went from being on the wait list and finally grabbed the last spot and Stepping Up in 2018.
And now you're in the DevDegree program. So excited for you. Right. So thank you, Sana. So I want to thank you, all of you, for all that you do. Like every single person that volunteers for Revolution, every single person that is involved in Revolution anyway, you guys all mean so much to me. And I want to thank you all for all that you do. And now we're moving on to the next section of this event today. So I will pass the virtual mic to Saba. She's another incredible young woman who has supported Revolution so much. And I want her to share more with you about the youth board, which I'm very, very excited about. And she's been leading this youth board for the last 2 years. And now we have some exciting news. So Saba, take it away.
Thank you, Joanna. Hi, everyone. My name is Saba Zafar, and I'm the current chair of the youth committee. I'm very excited to be a part of this AGM tonight. This is actually my first time speaking at an AGM, so hopefully this all goes well. And it's really nice to see so many familiar faces, even if it is over Zoom. I've just been kind of scrolling through, trying to figure out where I've seen people before. As Joanna already mentioned, this past year was unprecedented and difficult in many ways. As youth committee members, however, we were in a unique position where many of the challenges that our program participants were facing as they adapted to online school and new program delivery formats were things that we ourselves as students were going through as well. And somewhere between making new schedules and picking our favorite virtual Zoom backgrounds, we were able to find strength and resiliency in each other and foster a much stronger and deeper sense of community. As we enter 2021, I'm really excited to announce that our community continues to grow. We will now have the youth committee join the board as voting members. Revolution has always believed in giving youth a seat at the table, and as current vice chairs of different committees, our youth members have always been at the forefront of all Revolution initiatives. This past year in particular, I've been especially proud of all the hard work and tenacity that they've shown as time and time again, I've seen them step up, overcome challenges, and really push not only themselves, but our entire community forward. So we're very excited to continue this growth in leadership as we prepare for 2021, which I have no doubt will be Hervolution's most impactful year yet. Thank you.
Okay.
Great.
Oh, yes, Bella, go ahead.
So hello, everyone. For those of you who don't already know, my name is Bella Chow, and I'm really excited to start off this year as chair of the board. I joined Hervolution 2 years ago, and at that time, I was in a position where part of my role included speaking with young students who were interested in joining the industry where I worked. And I was struck by how exposed they were to a wide variety of people, a wide network of lots of opportunities and experiences. And it was largely because they had friends and family members who were able to bring these to them. So in other words, they were connected. But of course, as we know, this isn't the case for all. And what appealed to me about Hervolution was that their mandate was to reach out to communities who don't have the means to be connected to that wide network of people, or to those opportunities, or to those experiences, and build those connections to provide girls and young women with the same advantages. Over the last 2 years, I'm so encouraged to see how participation in the programs have grown, and students who have taken these programs have been hired as interns at prominent firms, as we know, and as we've just heard, or were recognized for outstanding work and contributions to the community. And I look forward to continue working with Donya on the board, really great group of dedicated and passionate people, so to continue the mandate of Hervolution. For Impact 2021, the board will focus on 3 key areas: governance, operations, and fundraising. And for governance, over the past few years, our board was more of a working versus a governing board. So in addition to ensuring that we met our mandate, the board was responsible for some day-to-days as well as program delivery. This year, we'll be putting structure in place to allow us to focus more on strategic initiatives and to support long-term growth, operationally and financially. And of course, one of the key things to do is to hire staff to help with this program delivery and day-to-day operations to allow us to focus more on the strategic pieces. We also want to build our partner and outreach networks to support our programs, particularly as we move forward offering it online. Of course, lastly, fundraising. Develop a strategy and approach for immediate and long-term sustainability. I won't go further into that, as I'll let one of our board members speak to this in a few minutes. As Donya had mentioned in her opening remarks, we're extremely proud that we were able to continue to make an impact despite the challenges that 2020 brought on. And of course, we couldn't have done it without our unwavering support from our sponsors and donors. Just a quick fact, last year, most of our funding has come from corporates, 90%, with the remaining from personal donations as well as from program fees. Without further delay, I'm going to pass the virtual mic on to Tanya, a board member and head of our fundraising committee, to talk about this year's goals and fundraising strategy.
Thank you, Bella, and good evening, everyone. My name is Tanya Hahn, and I just joined Hervolution's board last year as the fundraising director. As Donya mentioned earlier, 2020 was unprecedented. However, I'm happy to report that the year still ended strongly for fundraising and awareness. In November, we launched our Unselfie campaign, where we encouraged supporters and volunteers to post a selfie while holding up a sign stating why they are involved with or support Hervolution. And we had a record number of unselfies posted, which helped to elevate Hervolution's name on social media. This led directly into Giving Tuesday, which was on December 1st. And we ended up surpassing our goal and are able to say we can fund 36 households with 1 month of internet, which is the length of our Stemming Up program. But the giving didn't stop there. Because of our social media efforts, word got out about our organization and the donations kept coming up until and past December 31st. Our generous donors are helping to ensure that opportunities in STEM are created for the next generation of women. At the end of the Giving Tuesday campaign, we introduced becoming a Hervolution hero by being a monthly donor. Monthly giving is one of the best ways to support us and is the safest, simplest, and most effective way to donate by committing to make as large or as small a gift as you wish. Monthly donors are the most loyal of supporters and the backbone to any nonprofit organization. This now brings me to 2021, which is going to be a great year. Our goal is to raise about $80,000 for the year to help fund Hervolution's programs, and we will achieve this through a few different strategies. I already mentioned the Hervolution Hero monthly giving program, which we will continue to promote throughout the year. Our organization is very fortunate to have a number of dedicated and new corporate partners that support Hervolution. So we will formalize a strategy and build a pipeline of new companies or prospects to approach. Corporate giving is currently the biggest revenue stream, as shown previously, and we will build upon this success. We also could not do any of this if it wasn't for our community. And our ambassadors actually started some community level fundraising right before the pandemic. I would like to revive that effort and increase community fundraising. Hervolution is in a distinct situation because Doña was able to successfully pivot the programs to be fully delivered online. And with virtual events being so popular right now, we need to seize this opportunity. And we've got room to be as creative as we want and have the ability to reach even more young women because we are not restricted by a physical location. I believe that the challenges 2020 brought was a good learning and training experience to prepare us for 2021. But as I said earlier, we cannot do this alone. You don't need to be able to give in order to help. You can raise more awareness about Hervolution by liking and sharing our social media posts. Spread the word about our amazing programs. Just like every penny counts, every like counts as well. Together, we can ensure more girls have a chance to explore STEM opportunities. Now, I'm going to pass the mic and camera back to Doña. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanya. Thank you so much. Yes, our campaign, the Giving Tuesday campaign was very successful, and everybody from the team has been so, what is the word I'm looking for? They have committed to this campaign, you know, and it was one of our best or most successful Giving Tuesday campaign so far. I know Tanya likes to push me and to say, Doña, you know, so I really appreciate that so much. And I'm very actually excited to have Tanya on our board. She's one of our newest board members. So thank you so much, Tanya. And thank you, Bella, and thank you, Saba. Yes, Saba. Oh my goodness. Thank you for all of what you have to say. Now, you know, as Tanya mentioned earlier, we cannot do this today without the support of our partners. So it is incredible to me to see the support from, I hope I'm not going to cry again, to see the support from the industry. The reason for that, you know, it's in order for us to inspire young women to embrace STEM careers, they need to see what their future holds. And it is with the support of partners that we can make it happen. It's not just through funding, but also to having partners involved in our programs firsthand. Young women get to see themselves in these professionals, which is so remarkable. And, you know, I hope that through this to continue doing this so that we can see more Sanaz out there in the world. I would like to start this with Salesforce. You know, Salesforce is the one company that took a chance on us during our early years. And we have been partners with them now for almost 7 years. And with their support, we serve more than 150 young women with the opportunity to explore technology in a new and exciting way through their GoSTEM program. And not to mention, all of these young women walk away with a laptop to take home. Additionally, we want to show the gratitude to Salesforce for their donations for the Salesforce software to Hervolution, and hope to support our fundraising, marketing, and CRM efforts moving forward. So I do not think that anyone from Salesforce is here today, but I'm sure that they will say, as I would say, they have been if I could speak for them, they have been very involved in making of the program, the GoSTEM program. And because of the GoSTEM program, we have the seminar program, which I would like to move on and add our next partner that we'd like to recognize today is Shopify. Oh my goodness, I don't know what to say, but I am, I want to thank you so much for the support with the seminar program and to continue to do so now for the 4th year in a row. We started with a conversation with Brittany because we had numerous young women from the GoSTEM program, as I mentioned earlier, that they wanted to learn more about technology and how to actually navigate their way into this career in tech. I met Brittany, we sat down, we clicked, and then we developed the seminar program. So Shopify is not only the founding partner for this program, but they continue with their support since by providing funding, space, volunteers, resources, whatever else we needed, food, refreshments for for our when we had our in-person. By the way, they had the best desserts when they had the best in-person programming, and they continue with their and also I would like to thank you for being part of the planning process to ensure that the program is a success, not to mention the laptops for over 70 young women since the program started. With this partnership, Shopify is opening the doors for the participants for the Dev Degree program, as we mentioned earlier, which is a co-op program breaking barriers to an education in computer science, which Sana is a part of at the moment. I will send some more information about the Dev Degree program once we're going to have a follow-up email. But Brittany, I know you're here, so if you'd like to say a couple of words, I'm going to pass the virtual mic to you.
Yeah, totally. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's been amazing to witness you and your team's incredible passion and dedication to young women in technology. Has it been 3 years? It's crazy to think.
Of course, yes.
It's flown by, but it's been honestly an amazing partnership journey with you and the team. And for those who are new to Doina and her evolution, I think just one chat with her, it becomes really clear what drives you, Doina, and her evolution forward. And that's truly about creating opportunities for young women so that they hold the key to their futures. Nobody else. You're all about having them empower themselves, which I love that so much. And yeah, at Shopify, we believe in this mission as well. And our aim is to reduce as many barriers as possible for girls to discover, explore, pursue, if they so choose, a career in tech. And some will go on to be entrepreneurs as well, which is fantastic. And I'm so proud of you and the organization and all the work that we've done to date together. And seeing Sana, and I hope, like you said, to see more Sanas in Dev Degree and at Shopify in the future, and whatever happens in their journeys in the future. So thank you so much, and I'm excited to see what we do together in 2021.
Yay, me too. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so now I'm going to go to our next partner that I would like to recognize today, which is Citrix Canada. Thank you for your support with the seminar program from its inaugural year, the first year. Inaugural year. Isa, you have been amazing when it comes to supporting Her Evolution through funding and by making sure we have the necessary resources needed for the seminar program. You also provided space, mentors, and your personal rides to and from the program to students who needed a safe ride. Thank you for choosing Her Evolution as the charity of choice, and I'm very grateful for your continued support. So Isa, if you would like to say a couple of words, I'm passing on the virtual mic to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Doina. I think that it is, for me, it's a privilege to be a part of the amazing work that you do. When I first, I think it was 2017 when we first connected, just searching the internet for a nonprofit that we wanted to support that aligned with the corporate values that Citrix had. I was happy to find a nonprofit in Ontario that supported girls, that supported education, and that supported STEM, which was one of the criteria that Citrix was looking for to partner with a nonprofit. I think as much as I, impart knowledge on the young women that participate in the program, I also get to learn from them as well. And I really like that opportunity because, we could also learn from our mentees. I have my mentee, she's currently here today, and I'm happy to be a part of her life, and that she also sees the benefit in the information that I share with her. So thank you again for the opportunity that you not only gave to this young woman, but that you also gave to people like myself that volunteer. Thank you, Doina.
Thank you, Isa. Thank you so much. All right. I'm not sure if I'm going to remind you, if you have questions, please add them to the chat, and Joanne will collect those questions. And we're getting very close to the Q&A section, and I'm hoping to be able to kind of continue the discussion from there. But before I do that, I would like to say thank you to our long-term partners who have continued Thank you to our long-term partners who have contributed to our program so far. We could not have made this impact without you. Really, truly, we couldn't have made this without you. And now, because we'll continue to make an impact, I would like to say thank you to our partners for 2021 who have committed to funding our programs this year. Of course, thank you everyone so much. But besides the long-term commitment from Shopify, Citrix Canada, and Salesforce, we are very grateful to our new partners who have committed to supporting our cause this year and hopefully beyond that. So I'm going to start saying thank you to Zapata Computing. Thank you for your year-long funding support through your employee matching program that will support our Stamina program, in addition to collaborating with us with employee volunteer engagement and mentoring and computing skills training through this program. So thank you, Zapata Computing. Adele Reed from Cooperators, thank you for your contribution to our organization that will help us carry our mission forward. Chloe Soberman, thank you for choosing our organization to support during our fundraising efforts at the end of the year. Your contribution will go towards subsidizing Wi-Fi costs for our program participants. This is part of our Giving Tuesday campaign. Company of Women, thank you for using your platform to raise funds in order to help us create space for a more diverse group of women in our Stamina program. Your contribution will go towards subsidizing a spot for a young Black woman in our Stamina program. And WSP, I want to thank you for offering your job shadowing program to support our ambassadors for 2021. Your contribution will enable our ambassadors to develop the much needed leadership skills and career exploration to contribute to their success. So thank you so much for that. I also would like to thank all of you for being here today. I'm going to go back to my first, saying in the, like Jay-Z said, you could be anywhere in the world, especially now that we're all virtual, but you chose to be here with us. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. I am not sure if there was any questions. Joanne, I'm going to let you jump in and let me know if there's any questions or if there's anything that was said in the chat that we'd like to talk about. This is our floor.
So far, I haven't received. Oh, I have one. Thank you, Brittany. What's been a memorable moment? What's been a memorable moment from the virtual program?
Ooh.
Thank you, Brittany.
Oh my God, it was the demo day for both STEMina and the GoSTEM program, but STEMina particularly because there was the pitching, there was the pitching, and then the girls got to actually show all the work that they've done through the program, because this being a 4 weeks program, and it really ended up better than we thought it would. We actually sent ahead of time by mail. We sent the party hats and confetti, and then the certificates. So, they were so cute to see the girls wearing the party hats, and we had the confetti. And I know from what I hear from some of the girls that I spoke after the program, because again, if you know me, the girls do not just get rid of me that easy. They get to talk to me after the program. So some of them said that they still kept their confetti, they have it as like a memorable thing. It's so nice to hear it. It was really nice. And to be honest with you, another thing that was very, very, now that I didn't know already how amazing the young women are, but to see the ideas that they came up with, it was amazing to see that they collaborated so well, and they came up with this solutions that I wish that we could have had the opportunity to actually make it happen. And that was, they're so brilliant. I'm always at the end of each program, I get to cry to the point where I get a headache, and I need like lots of strong Tylenol and lots of sleep after, if I can't sleep, because I keep on seeing and picturing all of this moments. So for me, it's very amazing to see. Yeah. Any other questions anyone has? Please feel free to ask me, or anyone from the board.
Yep, I have a second question. And the second question is, how different did all of the programs feel since they were online instead of being in person this year?
For me personally, I miss the hugs. I miss giving hugs to girls, and I didn't get a chance to do that this year at all. And I think to see it from a positive, the difference was that we got to actually have girls that were not just from Toronto, that were outside from Toronto, so they got the opportunity to join the program. And yes, we didn't get to hug, and we didn't get to share food, which is one of our things that we do really well. But we at least had the opportunity to have the girls that were not from Toronto, not just from Toronto, to attend our programs. Yeah.
Thank you, Doina. So we were able to increase our accessibility this year with the virtual program.
Yeah.
And I think those are all that I have for now.
If I can add to that, because of the reason that we had to be forced to run our programs virtually, now we decided to open up our programs across Ontario. So we're not just going to have young women from Toronto only, which is amazing, because now they get to access all this learning. They don't have to be in Toronto, which is great. I'm very excited about that.
Thank you, Doina.
Thank you. Yes. Accessibility. Okay, any more questions? Please tell me. Ask me. You don't just have to ask me. If you want to ask them, we have some former students.
For the night.
Sorry? Oh, Bella? Oh, you were the one. Okay, I heard something, but I wasn't sure. Okay. Welcome to virtual event. You don't know who's talking.
I said, I think that may be it for the night. I think.
Well, I was actually, if I can jump in, I'm going to ask some questions. We have some students that are either current students in the STEMina program, some from the GoSTEM program. If any of you would like to say a couple of words, please do jump in and say anything you would like to say, good or bad. We get to learn. Not all at once.
Hello?
Yes?
Yeah, hi. So I'm Mushal, and I just did my second year in the Stemming Up program this summer. And honestly, it was so great, even though it was because I experienced both in person in my first year and then online in my second year. Obviously, even though there are some setbacks of being online, Doina did such an amazing job organizing it. And with Shirley and everyone else that helped with all the calendar invites, all the lesson plans, everything was just so well put together. I really came out of it having learned a lot, I think, and it was just such a great experience both times.
Thank you, Michelle. Anyone else? I would like to hear, actually, because I haven't heard all this for a while. So if any of you students,
I'll go.
Okay, go, Vera.
Hi guys, my name is Gira. It was my first year in the summer with the Stepping Up program. And honestly, I can say my summer became so much better. And I felt like I was doing something because of Her Revolution. Like I got the laptop delivery. So I was also able to do online school because I was allowed to like, keep it for like another year until I come back. So the only reason I'm able to attend Zoom calls right now is because of this laptop. So I just want to say thank you for that, but also the fact that this Stemming Up taught me so much. This is the reason I learned how to code, and because of that, I was able to create my own side project with it. And so I just want to say thank you to Doina for that.
Thank you, Gira. Her side project is she put together an ebook on how to code, and she's teaching other young people how to code on her own. So it's so amazing. And we're going to have her involved in our STEMina program. She's going to help us make this program even better. So thank you, Gira. I'm not just going to let you go just like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Hello, it's Tahir. Hi, I'm Tahir Mustafa, and I'm currently a grade 12 student and a Stemming Up graduate. My first year was in person, second year virtual, and I'd love to say that it was a truly amazing experience. Even in the second year, I felt the same excitement I did the first year, and it really shows that the effort put into organizing the program for 2020 was amazing, and it was an awesome learning experience. I learned even more the next year, my second year. So yeah, I'd really like to thank Doina for that.
Don't just thank me, it was a team effort.
Yes, thank you, team.
It was a team effort. I couldn't do this by myself. I always say this. This is not something I do on my own. I would probably be able to do a one-on-one thing, but this was a team effort. Everyone that jumped in, like everybody, it was, it's a team effort. But thank you for speaking. I didn't mean to be like, oh, thank you, yeah. Anyone else would like to say a couple of words? Now that we have everyone here, it would be nice to hear from as many people as possible. I'm gonna cry after this.
Do you mind if I jump in for a quick sec? Doina knows I have a part background in communication. So and I'm always typing stuff up, and we were brainstorming newsletter ideas. After hearing all these stories, I'm thinking to myself, wow, this would be great to share. So it's kind of a question that you don't have to answer right now, but it's more of a, I hope that Doina and I can one day approach you guys for a potential interview or story that we can share to help, get more awareness, which will then bring more fundraising and helping us all in turn. So that's you don't have to answer me question, but I'm putting that out there.
All right. Anyone else would like to say a couple of things? So quiet. Well, okay. Anybody else that would have some questions about Her Revolution, about the programs, or anything else that hasn't been actually talked about during the presentation that you'd like to know more of? Ask me now or forever hold your peace. I think we have Dima here from Salesforce. She just joined. Dima, we kind of finished earlier than we thought, but thank you for joining us. And yeah, I'm not sure if you wanted to say a couple of words about your involvement with Her Revolution, but I don't mean to put you on the spot, but yeah, if you wanted to say a couple of words.
So I apologize, there's going to be some background noise. My kids are just tearing up the place. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure working with you, Doina, and everyone, and the reach that we've been able to have with you and the organization has been incredible. And I'm very honored to be able to work with you and all the girls from Her Revolution. So thank you for involving Salesforce and myself as well.
Thank you. So I think we get finished. It's actually sooner than we thought, thanks to me speaking too fast. But I wanted to really thank you for everyone for being here. Thank you to all partners. Thank you to your students, and especially you young women. Honestly, if you wouldn't show up for this program, so we couldn't exist. And the fact that you get to have all this interest and learning and putting up with me, pushing you even further, I really appreciate that. I appreciate having you in the programs and attending. And like I said earlier, when I went to drive across GTA to deliver laptops and to see how far you come, like if you were to actually attend in person, how far you would actually have to travel to get to our programs. I have a higher level of respect for you. You have no idea that day when I went to deliver the laptops, I was just like, I can't believe this. And I remember there were times when you were late 10 minutes and I said, I can't believe you're late. You can't be late. You have to be on time. And I will never say that. I would say, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time to actually show up and to not only show up to the program, but show up to learn and show up to get your career started. You couldn't do this if you wouldn't want to do this. And the fact that you want this gets to show why we need to exist. And honestly, I have a high level of respect for you as young women that get into these fields. I have I have no words really. I don't want to get emotional, honestly, so I'm holding my tears so hard, but I am very grateful for the fact that you actually get to attend. And I'm hoping at some point I will get some of you that get involved with us. For example, come and be part of a committee. Hopefully we get to have some of these young women that get part of the youth committee. So before I will end, I will say a little bit more about that. As part of the youth committee, I'm not selling anything. I'm just saying that as part of the youth committee, you get to see how the organization is to run, gets to run and gets to plan and communicate with you young women, but with partners. But most importantly, what we want to do is to include you. I am personally getting kind of overwhelmed by hearing all this diversity, inclusion communication out there, but we want to do the work. So we want you here because we want to hear what you need. What are your challenges? What do you need in order for you to get into this field? And how do we create programs so that it can help you? You are the future of work and we do this for you. So obviously we want you involved. And then with that, you get to be part of the board eventually, and you get to be a voting member. And the goal with that is to have more young women like you, as I mentioned earlier, to not only learn the skills of technology and science and engineering and whatever else we put out there, but also how do you become a leader in this field so that you can change and break barriers for more young women like you to enter into this field. So this is something that I'm very passionate about, and I'm hoping that Her Revolution gets to produce, for lack of a better word, to create this for you. So with that, I wanted to also say thank you to everyone for being here and to attend this event today. We'll do this again next year, so don't fret. We'll do this again next year. We want to have you guys again to, to share some more. Hopefully it would be great news again. Our best year yet, like Saba said earlier. And yeah, I'm really excited about where 2021 is going and how we, how we plan certain programs, and we're actually ahead of the game already because I feel like we know what to do this virtually now, so we don't need to learn that. So now we're just gonna go and do it. And I wanted to say thank you to my team, to everyone from the board and the youth committee that actually helped me put this event together, but not just this event, everything that we do at Her Revolution. And I can't wait to see some of you are in the program, some of you young women, but also you know, to continue to collaborate with you partners, and which is very exciting. And yeah, and I think that's it. I don't know what else to say. I don't want to go on and on and on, so you guys can go and have dinner. But yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Donna.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Comments.
Good night.
I could stop.